You 30 years old still making excuses. Guess what? Nobody cares. I love that for me. All right, so y'all know where I ended up, right? Hey guys, do me a favor, stop what you're doing and click that subscribe button. I'm really trying to get to 10,000 followers on Instagram. I need you to head over and give me a follow. Thanks in advance. Now on to the video. Hey guys, what is up? Happy Thursday, or not Thursday, it's Wednesday, or whatever day you're watching this. It is Wednesday, May 5th, 6th, something like that, and I am headed to work. If it's your first time watching me or my channel, make sure you go ahead and subscribe, join the family so you can, you know, follow along with the journey. I do all types of vlogs on this channel. I do beauty videos as well as vlogs about my career journey and things like that. So if you like that, make sure you follow along. But anyway, I had something on my heart today that I wanted to talk to you guys about, and I just thought it would be a good time to do it so I have some uninterrupted time. So
I want to see it.
So I was reading, you guys, have I told you my latest book? So I've been reading Secrets of Six-Figure Women. This is my latest book, and I have a goal this year to read 12 books. You guys, I used to be such an avid reader, and once I had kids, it just became harder and harder to find time to read, right? So this year I had a goal. I said I wanted to read 12 books for the year. This is book number 8 already, and we're only in May. So I am way ahead of schedule, and I plan on reading way more than 12 books at this point. But that's not the point of this conversation. So I'm reading Secrets of Six-Figure Women, and I will link the book down below as well if you guys want to check it out. It is very good so far, and I am only on chapter 2. They're long chapters, but I'm only on chapter 2, and it's extremely good, I'm telling you. So as I'm reading the book, I come across this portion. So I only read a portion of chapter 2, but chapter 2 is about basically the women who are not making six figures. So the first chapter is kind of a little backstory. The woman is interviewing all of these women who make six figures and above, and she's interviewing these women to see basically what the secret to their success is and what drives them, and just basically how they feel about being six-figure women. And so chapter 2 is like, well, we can't talk about one side without talking about the flip side, the women who don't make six figures, the women who are, and the book is all about women, so it, you know, we're not talking about men, but she wants to talk to the women who don't make six figures and the women who don't feel like six figures is in their grasp and in their realm. And so she's talking to her assistant, and she's like, hey, do you want to make six figures? Would you like to make six figures in your career? And the assistant's like, yeah, of course. Who wouldn't? Of course I would. And she's like, well, why don't you? Like, you know, a simple question, like, why don't you? And her assistant says, well, I just don't want to work that hard. And she looks and she's like, wait a minute. Here's a woman who, and I don't think she said this to her, and I haven't read the rest into the story because I was getting dressed this morning, but I couldn't put the book down. But she's like, here's a woman who works for me, waits tables, takes classes at the local college, and also teaches yoga on the weekends to make extra money. And she's saying she doesn't want to work that hard. Like, what does that mean? And then she kind of went into and dived into, and this is where I kind of had to stop, but she kind of dived into how people equate making six figures with, you know, working super hard. And it's like, but you're working 1,000,000 hours a week at 4 different jobs trying to make things work, but you don't want to work that hard. Like, what does that mean? And it just kind of goes to show that there are so many people, and I think women in particular, that don't think, and let me tell you, when we're talking about six figures, especially low six figures, like $100,000, $150,000 a year, that don't get you as far as it used to, honey. I was like, man, if I ever got to make $100,000, I thought I would be rich. You know what I'm saying? When I, like, if you would have told me I would have been making six figures in my career, what, maybe 10 years ago, I would be like, like when I first got out of college, I would be like, man, your girl is rich. Like, I'm gonna be rich. Not the case, honey, okay? We talk about that all the time. Absolutely not the case. So six figures really isn't that hard to make. So when you think about that, six figures really isn't that much money and really isn't that hard to make when you break it down as far as what you need to make monthly. When you think about it like that, $1 million isn't that hard to make when you break it down monthly, you know? So that's kind of how I've been thinking about things. And it's just funny to me, not funny, more so sad that a lot of, and I say women in particular, I say women, but I also say, I think that's also black women. And I also think that sometimes it's like black people in general, especially depending on where you come from, that they just don't think six figures has never even been in their realm of understanding. They're like, six figures, I could never make that. What? Why are you even talking to me about that? Like, that is so wild to some people that they could actually make that money, that it hasn't even crossed their mind. And when you say something like that, they have this generic answer like, oh, I don't want to work that hard, or I could never do that, or how would I do that? How, you know, who am I to make six? Like, don't ever say who am I. That is something that I have pulled out. I'm telling y'all, that is something that I have completely pulled out of my vocabulary. Don't ever say, who am I to do this? Who are you not to do this? Who are you not to make that much to make that money to take care of your family and take care of your family well? Like, no one just wants to live and work all day and barely have enough to get by, you know? No one wants to live like that. And you don't have to live like that. Find something you're passionate at. And we talk about this all the time on this channel. You don't have to be an entrepreneur to make that much money. I make that money at my 9 to 5, you know? I've worked hard to get here, and I make that money at my 9 to 5, and I feel like I'm not at the very beginning of my career, but I'm obviously nowhere near the end, you know? So if I'm making that now, just imagine what I'm gonna be making in another 3 years, in another 5 years. Like, I'm on a path somewhere, y'all. And I've always had this mindset. I've always known that I was gonna make a great income. No matter how I did it, I didn't know how, but I've always known I was gonna make a great income. My parents have always instilled that in me. They are amazing people, and they have always pushed me and always instilled that in me, that I was going to make a great life and a great living. And a great life doesn't just equate to money. We all know that. But financially, I've always known that I was going to be here. I have. And I've always known that I'm going to go further than here. And if you did not have that instilled in you, make a vow. Say that today. Say it today, right now. Say it with me. You are capable. You are capable, and you are deserving to make whatever type of money you want to make. Capable and deserving. I already told y'all my goal. My goal is to make $1 million by the time I turn 40. And what that means is, in one single year, I want to bring in $1 million. And whether that is with my 9 to 5 plus all my side hustles that I have, no matter, I don't know, I'm just going to bring in $1 million of income in a year by the time I'm 40. And once I do it once, I'm never going back, ever, because I already know the formula. Who was this? All right, that was a work call right there. But what was I saying? Just don't, I'm almost at work, so we're about to wrap this little chat up, but don't ever think that you are not capable of anything that you want, that you're not capable or that you're not deserving of anything that you want, because you are. It is your right. If you're gonna work for it, it is your right to have everything that you desire, everything that you're willing to work for. That's why, I mean, it's your desire to have everything that you are willing to work for. And like I said, that's what I was talking about, making $1 million. I'm gonna make $1 million. That is my goal, and you guys mark my words, because when I do it, I'm gonna let y'all know. And I think it's gonna happen before 40. I really, really do. I do. I'm there. I'm ready. I'm ready for it to happen. I'm setting up my life to receive it. And we gonna do this, y'all. So if you got a goal and you're willing to share it, let us all know down below. I would love to know what your goal is. Does not have to be financial. I know I've been talking about finances, but financial is not the only way to have a good life, okay? Because part of my good life is peace. Part of my good life is just happiness, not missing out on moments with my kids. That is all part of my good life. And I feel like that part I got right now, you know? I have the peace, I have the freedom to be with my kids and not miss good times with my kids. Like, I'm the volunteer for field day at my daughter's school, which I'm really excited about, because this is my first like parent volunteer as a parent, you know? So it's pretty cool. But if you got a goal, let us know down below. What's up, y'all? I'm sorry I had to like abruptly get off earlier, but I was pulling up in my job, and you know, I had to go through like the security gate, and I just didn't want my camera out. I didn't want to show anybody. I didn't want my camera out. And then I had to go get my new laptop. They gave us all new laptops, so I had to go get my new laptop and all that, and I just had to get off camera real quick. But it is now lunchtime, so it is 12:16, and I'm actually headed to grab something to eat. I have a couple of hours in between meetings, so I'm just gonna grab myself something to eat, kind of sit in the car, eat, relax, and take my little hour as like a mental break. FYI, this morning, I think I told you guys already, I'm pretty sure I told you guys, Mark and I are doing a vow renewal for our 10-year wedding anniversary, which is next September. So September of 2022, we will have been married for 10 years, which is like mind-blowing, right? We have been literally planning this since our first anniversary. We said we wanted to get remarried at 10 years, and we wanted it to be a destination wedding, and we wanted it to be somewhere. We didn't know where at the time. Hell, we didn't know how we was gonna pay for it at the time either, but we said that is what we were going to do. And it is kind of surreal to actually be planning this, you know what I mean? It's pretty surreal that we're sitting here planning this, and I'm like, we literally talked about this 9 years ago, well 8 years ago. 8.5 years ago, we literally talked about this, and it's actually coming true. Like, this is crazy. But anyway, we talked to our wedding planner this morning, and we had like a 20-minute conversation with our wedding planner. We're in the very beginning stages, so we're just kind of talking about what we want, and yeah, just what we want. Very general, very basic. And then she's gonna go back and do some research on the different resorts that we can stay at, that have our date and all of that, because our anniversary date is non-negotiable. We definitely have to get married on that day. We'll have to do our vow renewal on that day. It's non-negotiable for me. So whatever resorts have our date, the ones that meet our standards and our criteria, she's gonna go back and do some research and then bring it back to us and let us know what she found. So that was exciting. We talked to her this morning, and I've just been working the rest of the morning, and now I'm headed to grab food. I don't know what I'm gonna grab. The more we talk about this wedding, the more I'm like, ooh, I want to wear like a super fitted dress, because I got to do the ball gown already. When I got married the first time, I got to do the princess dress. Now I want to wear like a super fitted, just grown and sexy dress. And so I need to lose some weight, definitely need to lose a few pounds. I still have a lot of time before I have to go dress shopping, but I definitely need to lose a few pounds. So I shouldn't get anything bad to eat, but I feel like that's just not gonna happen today. Like something bad is brewing and on the horizon. So I don't know. I'm gonna see who doesn't have a long line, because it's definitely noon and all of these food places be having long lines at noon, which sucks, but we'll see who doesn't have a crazy line and try to get some food around here. All right, so y'all know where I ended up, right? Popeye's line. Get the chicken sandwich. Oh, no willpower. I gotta get it together. I haven't eaten good all week though. I don't think I've eaten anything bad all week actually. And it's Wednesday, so that's good for me. I'm about to hit this cone because I done came in here the wrong way. But yeah, so I haven't really eaten anything bad all week. But y'all know my gripe with Popeye, so we'll see how long they take, because they just, I don't know, their customer service is awful. So we'll see how long they take. But yeah, I'm excited to be getting married, y'all. To be getting remarried. I'm super excited about it, because like I said, it's surreal that I'm actually sitting here planning something that I literally planned to do 8 years ago. We talked about it and I was like, you know what, this is what we're going to do in 10 years. We had so much fun at our first wedding, and it's like, in 10 years this is what we're gonna do, and we are literally planning it, and it's going to happen. I love that for me. I love that for me. They have chocolate beignets. Yes, can I have an order of 3 chocolate beignets?
Okay, hold on.
Okay.
So you want 3 orders? You got a 3-piece?
No. Yeah, I want the 3-piece, not 3 orders.
Oh, okay.
I don't need all that now. And then I'll also take a number 9 spicy chicken sandwich combo with fries and a lemonade light ice.
Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
All right, that's 808.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I mean, it was only 2 cars ahead of me, but this is actually the quickest I've ever gotten through Popeye's line, you know? This was actually the quickest. And my fat butt got chocolate beignets, which I didn't need, but it is what it is. Look, the line blinding up too. It's now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cars behind me. I got in line just in time, because I surely would not have waited 6 cars back, because I would have been in this line for a whole damn hour. Okay.
They ain't even losing it this year. Let's say I might take a vacation in September, and then that's it. I'm like, all right, well, I'm here through that until the holiday season comes.
I put it on, Sean. Woo, y'all, this sandwich got my nose running. It's so hot, but it's good. And it's so spicy. Y'all know I love these Popeye sandwiches. Woo! I ain't tried the beignets yet. I was just talking to Mark. He always called me when he got like an HR question or whatever. So he was calling me about one of his employees. But I was gonna tell y'all, hold on. All right, so I was gonna tell y'all that FYI, one, if you're not following me on Instagram, you need to be, girl. But anyway, one of my reels have just started to take off, and I did a reel. It was reasons why not to give a 2-week notice, and just in the last few days it had like 2K views or something like that. And just in the last few days the thing has exploded, and it is now at 60,600 views, which is like crazy. That is my highest viewed reel. I don't have anything even close to that. So anyway, that reel went up and like it has a bunch of now comments and likes and all of that, and I'm just reading the comments. And so basically it was titled, I'm gonna like put it up here so you guys can see it. So basically, it was reasons not to give a 2-week notice. And at the end of it, I basically, like y'all saw, said there are none. But I also said read the caption. Because in the caption, I gave 3 reasons why it would be acceptable not to give a 2-week notice. One of them being your new job needs you to start before the 2 weeks are up. That usually doesn't happen because most places understand you have to give notice. However, it'll happen every now and then if there's like some job that they really need you right then. I wouldn't miss out on a new opportunity because you want to give a 2-week notice. So if you got to give a 1-week notice, a 3-day notice, you got to go, you got to go. You got to do what you got to do. Next one, something extreme happened on your end, like you have some family issues or something that you must immediately leave your employment, obviously. And then if you fear for your safety in the workplace. I think those are all good reasons not to leave a 2-week notice, right? So over the last few days, I just got all these dumbass comments. Like, first of all, when people not reading the caption and people going, well, if I fear for my safety at the job, then I'm definitely not staying 2 weeks. This is bad advice. And I'm like, I said the same thing if you just read the caption. How about that? Or people giving these highly specific scenarios. Well, I was sexually harassed at the job and they didn't fire the manager who sexually harassed me, so of course I wouldn't give a 2-week notice. And I'm like, well, first of all, that's fearing for your safety. The job obviously don't give a damn about your safety. So that's in the caption as well. But people just keep giving like these highly specific, scenarios. And I'm like, obviously, if you feel, well, I just felt like my mental health was draining and I really needed to get out of there, so this is bad advice and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, look, if it's that bad for you, then yes, you need to get out of that job. But at the same time, you should, why was you working there in the first place? Like, there are plenty of places to work out here. And I feel like people always say that there are no jobs out here. I promise you there are plenty of places to work out there. Plenty of places to work out here. I'm in Cleveland, okay? And I don't think the job market is as good as it even is in other cities. But I have seen plenty of places, and I'm not talking about McDonald's. But if you gotta work at McDonald's, that's where you gotta work to make a living for you and your family. But I'm not talking about McDonald's, but there are plenty of other places to work out here that will pay you a decent wage. Like even Amazon, here we have three Amazon facilities, and they'll pay you, they start at $15 an hour. And I heard it's physical demanding labor, but they start at $15 an hour, and they be giving people hours too, is what I hear. But yeah, I just feel like it's always the ones with like, I'm trying these beignets, y'all. Hold on, let's continue the topic in a minute. Let's try these first. Well, that's pretty good there. I've never had a beignet. Heard they were amazing, but I've never had a beignet. So the chocolate just kind of shoots in your mouth. That's pretty good. You know, see how they look? Not bad, Popeyes. I'm actually really satisfied with my Popeyes meal today. Just saying. But I just feel like it's the people who always make excuses. Those are the ones that always be talking about ain't no job, ain't no opportunities. Ain't no opportunities in my hometown, so I'm moving. Honey, if you got that same work ethic, it don't matter if you live in Cleveland, don't matter if you live in Detroit, Chicago, North Carolina, New York, Atlanta, where all the job opportunities are. Your ass still gonna be singing that same tune when you get there. I hate to see people waste their potential. I hate to see people, it literally drives me crazy when I see people not trying and wasting their potential, because there are just so many amazing and talented people out here y'all. I'm eating like I ain't never ate before. But it is just so many amazing and talented people out here, and so many people just waste their potential when they have the potential to be so great and to do such good things and such good things for the world. And I just hate, I don't know, I hate to see people waste their talent and potential. I also hate to see people make excuses. People will make all the excuses in the world, and let me tell you, we all don't start from the same place, as we all know. And I'm not even talking about race, like black versus white, but we all know we don't start at the same place when we talk about that. But then you throw in the woman factor in there, you throw in people who may have disabilities, you throw in people who just didn't grow up in the best economic state, people who might not have grown up with parents or with effective parents or good parents. I mean, we all don't start from the same place. However, when you become an adult, it is your job, it is your duty, it is your, like, you have to find a way to get up out of that and make yourself better. You have to, because there's no more excuses. You 30 years old still making excuses, guess what? Nobody cares. They don't care at all, not even a little bit. This world does not care about you. They don't care about where you've been. They don't care about where you come from. They don't care about none of that, and you shouldn't either. You gotta find a way to get up out of that and be the great person that you are destined to be, because you are destined for greatness. I don't care where you come from. Oh, it's somebody walking up on the side of my car, y'all. Make sure these doors locked. But I don't care where you come from. I don't care what you've been through. You are destined for greatness. Your testimony can help somebody. You know what I'm saying? What you've been through, that can help somebody. And you just need to get it out there. Get your story out there and do what it is that you were put on this earth to do. Okay? It's my little rant for today. But y'all do need to try these Popeyes beignets though. I'm so full, I can't even eat this third one right now. I done sat here talking to y'all, talking to Mark, stuffed myself. Y'all, that food was good though. All right, back to work.